Episode 189. Today we recap the White Sox series and preview the upcoming series against the Detroit Tigers. You're listening to the Bucko Banter podcast, brought to you by the Just Baseball Media Network. Cue the music.
Rockin' 101, she compliment my taste. Whiskey in my lemonade, cause I like the way it tastes. Best seats at the Pirates, can they let me run the base? Yeah, my time is like my money, cause I can't afford to waste. Wifey is a lawyer, take my date to my dates. Order steak by the plate, send in case after case. Run my race at my pace, clear the grass of the snake.
Welcome back to another episode of Bucko Banner. And fellas, Adam, ladies and gentlemen, whoever's listening right now, we have hit rock bottom.
Props whoever's listening.
Yeah, seriously, like if you're listening, we love you. Seriously, like kudos to you. You're a psycho, but
You're a
love
sick
you.
person. You're a sick person, and you need help. But we do.
I
love
could
you.
prescribe someone to you if you want help. Just let us know. But we appreciate you too at the same time. Like this is, if you want to hear about Pirates baseball and you're here right now on July 20th after we just got swept by the Chicago White Sox after the All-Star break and went over 20 games under 500. God bless you. Seriously.
The first time the White Sox have swept somebody this season. And it wasn't even close. They were outscored 27-7. Yeah. I was talking to Noah in the press box, and we were adding up the scores from throughout the year. I'm like, this is going to be the worst series.
Oh, easily.
Ever.
I mean, there is no life. And I will say this too, one observation, and we predicted this before the series. If Aaron Savali pitched against the Pirates his entire career, he'd be the best pitcher to ever live.
Yeah, Nolan Ryan,
for sure. It's kind of absurd. Like he came in here twice last year with two different teams, the Rays and the Brewers, and like with 5+ ERAs and just tears us apart. I just don't get it. And it seemed the vibes were the opposite of positive on the Pirates side today. Let's put it that way.
I mean, it was the entire series.
Yeah, absolutely. But it just capped it off today. And then I got the first place Tigers coming in tomorrow. So
brutal.
I don't know what to say, man.
I know. It's tough. Maybe the worst series I have personally ever been to.
Yeah.
And the
first yesterday,
game,
you're like, yeah. I mean, first game back 10-1. It's like not cool. It's the White Sox, but first game back from the All-Star break. All right, shake the rust off. Second game, you got a lead, and it just went down quickly. I mean, Burrows pitched well for the most part, and then after he came out, just the wheels came off, and it just seemed like they were never going to win after that.
Saturday was cool for a little bit. Mac Miller bobblehead, and I thought the Pirates in that run with Yinzer-Palooza did really well. People were happy about the bobblehead. You had things around the park. Pizza Penny made her long-awaited return. Great pierogi race. Terrible baseball game.
I just want to say something too. Let's stop at Pizza Penny. I finally feel represented at PNC Park.
Wow. I'm so happy for you.
I've always felt like, that I didn't belong. Right. And then Pizza Penny came along as
an Italian American. Yeah. Okay.
As a 61% Italian American. I felt represented at PNC Park, and it was touching, man. It was touching. It almost brought me to tears.
It was, what a moment.
Yeah.
The Pirates lost that game, 10-4?
Yeah.
Let's talk Andrew Heaney for a second, because Andrew Heaney pitched today, and I can't remember where I saw it, but the first 10 starts, he's had 20 starts as a Pirate. The first 10 starts, he had a 2.91 ERA.
Yep.
Great. We all knew how awesome he was for the back end of this rotation.
Yep.
The last 10, including the first 4 innings today, he has a 7.58 ERA.
Yeah. I mean, you're almost doing yourself a disservice by not trading him.
You should trade him no matter what. No matter how well he was, like,
Yeah, 100%. But like he's losing value every game.
Oh, of course, yes. He's losing tremendous value,
which is unfortunate because he was a good veteran presence here, and I think some contending team is gonna want him. But again, like I jokingly but kind of seriously texted in the group today. I was like, we need to trade him. We shouldn't let him throw another pitch. Like,
yeah.
just trade him now.
It's scary to think that this team had one of the best pitching staffs in all of baseball statistically, right? And they're so bad, right? They're not winning games. They're not giving them run support. And now the pitching has taken a turn. Burrows had a bad start. Heaney has not been good. Falter has not been good. We're seeing rock bottom, but truly, how bad can this get?
We're gonna find out, man.
There was one side of the ball that was really bad and one that was really good, and now both are underperforming significantly outside of Paul Skeens and Mitch Keller.
Well, something I want to get into too. Obviously, the rotation has been the bright spot this year. You're going to go through like the rotation for any team. The best team in baseball is not going to be stellar. It's a 162 game season. You're going to go through spurts where like giving up more runs than usual. Like it's inevitable for every team in baseball. One thing that I'm like a little bit concerned about right now is the bullpen management. Something I noticed the other day, yesterday. Isaac Natson is being used way too much.
Yeah.
Like they're going to him every game to the point where like I think they're putting him in a position to fail. And I want to be careful when saying that because I don't think they're trying to make him fail. But I mean, he came in yesterday. Caleb Ferguson had probably his worst outing of the year.
Yeah.
And then he came in right afterwards. And I feel like Isaac has pitched I feel like I've seen him in every game in the last, and I know they just came off the All-Star break, but like, was he the guy that you should have gone to in that situation? Like, are you just going to throw him to the wheels fall off because he's older and he's, maybe you don't see him as part of a long-term future here? It was an interesting decision. And I know the bullpen isn't fully healthy right now. You got Johan Ramirez back. You've got Genesis Cabrera. Like it's a different look than it was maybe even a month ago. But I just find it odd the way that they're using these guys right now.
What is it going to look like at the end of the year, man? Like
it's going to look much different.
It's going to look significantly different for sure.
I talk about this on Down the Farm a lot. I like, and I'm not just saying this to say it. I think they have like a very intriguing mix of guys in the high minors reliever wise. Brandon Bedouin, Ryan Harbin, Wilkin Ramos at AA. I'm definitely forgetting names. Eddie Yean in AAA. Kyle Nicholas, who we know has the stuff. We've seen it. Like they have names and guys that could get an opportunity. I think Eddie Yean, if I don't see him before the end of this season in Pittsburgh, I'd be surprised. Like he's a guy that we've been talking about for a while. But it's going to look, like you said, very, very different. And not even just at the end of the season, in probably a week or two.
What is everything going to look like at the end of the season?
Exactly.
We were about to crown Don Kelly as like the guy, right? That they're playing Donnie ball.
Yeah.
And let's be real. Both of us have said on this show before, it's the same team.
Yeah.
There's really not much you could do with the roster that you're given. You can make the argument for Shelton too, that there's not much you can do with the roster that you're given. We need a complete overhaul. And I've said it before, I'll say it again. Every single person that's in the organization right now, outside of a select few, needs to change. If you're going to actually get serious about building something that's going to stick, you need a guy at the helm that has won and that players like playing for. I know Kelly has those characteristics of being very likable and guys enjoy being in the same clubhouse with him, but we need somebody who is managed or somebody that is highly respected around the league. We need a GM that isn't going to be afraid to take risks. I mean, obviously we can dive deeper into the whole front office and ownership and everything like that. I don't need to tell you what's going on with that. But in terms of coaching, GM, and just building a winning culture, you need to start again. This is not it's not year 6 of the rebuild, it's year 1 again. We need to start over. It's forget everything that's happened in the Sherrington era. It's we're back at ground zero.
Yeah, 100%. I think you need to go back to the drawing board and look at the formula that you put together, because it obviously didn't work. We need to rewrite it. Like you obviously have a bunch of guys, and I don't want to get too much into like the personal stuff, but like you have a clubhouse with some interesting personalities and maybe not the best mix of guys in terms of like in one select clubhouse.
Right. That was overlooked. That's definitely
all good
overlooked
guys.
here.
One of my favorite books I've ever read was it's called The Cubs Way. It was a book about the 2016 Cubs and how Theo Epstein really prioritized makeup with his team, and that team really gelled together. Chris Bryant, Anthony Rizzo, all those guys, they really gelled together, and I think that's an underrated component of building a team, right? And your two highest paid offensive players are Brian Hayes and Brian Reynolds, and they don't talk. Like they are not. They're kind of guys that want to be in the background, and for a market like Pittsburgh, there's no reason you can't be a Tampa Bay. There's no reason you can't be a Cleveland. There's no reason you can't be some of these small markets that do really well and churn out talent every year. But are we targeting the right guys? Are we bringing in the right mindsets? And that's the big question. GMBC had a presser today where he was talking about, this is not where we want to be. We're not in a good spot. It's just like,
no shit,
brother. We everyone saw this with the offseason that you had. When we coined this the most important offseason in the Pirates last decade, probably, right? Like in quite some time. And it was the most underwhelming offseason on earth. And they just did not get better and did not do anything. They were not aggressive. I would have much rather have seen much more Spencer Horwitz types trades. Like at least you're being aggressive. At least you're like going after something you believe in and trying to build something. That was the only big move they made all offseason. And it shows. It shows, man. I mean, I think they've got some really good personalities on this team. Let me just clarify that. They've got some great guys on this team, but they need to go back to the drawing board. They really do. I've said it to you on the side at the ballpark. I want to see a whole new team come August 1st. I want to see a new clubhouse, and I think it'll be much more fun to watch. Even if they're not winning, I think it'll be fun to watch these guys grow throughout the last 2 months of the season.
Yeah, the teams that are likable, the teams that are able to succeed and push through adversity are the ones that mesh together, that have that type of chemistry. There is zero chemistry.
None.
In this clubhouse. And we've seen it with friends from around the league that have either come on this show or have a pretty prominent spot in Major League Baseball say that they've gone into the Pirates clubhouse as an outsider. And one, either guys just aren't in there, they're not communicating. It's just not a good environment. You've built something that isn't meant to last.
And we've seen it too, Adam, being on the other side of the field while we're on the weekends. Yeah. When we're seeing these clubhouses, like it just seems like a different vibe in Seattle. Even the White Sox today, they're in the last place. They have now 35 wins. They had 32 coming into this series. One of the worst teams in baseball, but like they seem like they have something there, like a Colson Montgomery. They've got some young guys. They've got a mixture of vets. They're all rallying. They have wearing T-shirts today with Michael A. Taylor on them. Like they're rallying around their vets. Like it's just a different attitude in these dugouts compared to ours, from what I've noticed.
It's night and day. I don't think it takes anyone with any, like, you don't need baseball knowledge to stand on the Pirates side for a little bit and then walk 200 feet over to the other side and see what's happening. It's much, much different. Also, just going back to the Spencer Horwitz trade, I was talking with Noah today while we were sitting in the press box. He said, have you seen Josh Hartle's numbers recently?
Are they disgusting?
He is 6-2 in high A with a 3.14 ERA with 80 Ks.
He, to be fair, like his draft stock fell at Wake Forest, but he was going to be a first round pick at Wake Forest.
Yeah.
So and leave it to Cleveland to develop a guy like that. I bet you Michael Kennedy is. I haven't looked at his numbers. I don't.
Not as good because we
Yeah.
did look, but also just a very promising young arm.
Very promising.
But
That being said,
Hartle was like the afterthought for us in that trade.
oh, for sure. No one thinks about Josh Hartle. They're like, oh, Michael Kennedy tore it up in Bradenton last year, got to Greensboro, and then you lost Luis Ortiz, which, hindsight 2020. Now looking at it, it's like, okay, but Spencer Horwitz isn't really doing much.
No, he's actually one of the worst hitters in baseball right now.
Yeah, great guy.
Love Spence,
but yeah, I'm hesitant to say that I'm out on Spencer Horwitz because it's just been it's only been 2 months of ball, barely, but I think it's contagious, man. When the clubhouse, when it's this bad, I just think it's contagious, all top to bottom. Like Nikki G, there's a few bright spots of guys that are hitting. Nikki G, I mean, Kutch here and there. It's
say it. Say the other one.
I'm not going to
say the other guy that's hitting.
Who am I missing?
Tommy Pham.
Oh, Tommy Pham. Come on,
how could you forget Tommy Pham?
Sorry, my I don't know why my brain is on Manny Ramirez right now.
Listen,
inside bit, but
you have bright spots. You have pieces that you could build around, or at least that could contribute to a healthy clubhouse. But right now, it's toxic. From everything from the clubhouse to the atmosphere at PNC Park, rightfully so.
Breaking news. Ding, 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 ding. MLB scoops.
Oh, my God.
The Pirates are expected to relieve GM Ben Cherington of his duties, likely announced tomorrow. We'll see.
If that actually happens, well,
is MLB scoops back?
Yeah, there's MLB scoops that's not a real thing, but it's funny. It's funny.
It is funny.
They're not firing Ben Cherington tomorrow. If they do, fantastic. Weird time to do it.
Yeah.
Real dumb time to do it in the middle of a trade deadline. Well, you already went into it saying, "Hey, we're going to trust you to do this." Then what? Then what happens?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I would bet on him being back next year. But with that being said, Adam, I mean, we can go on and on about the state of this team. Let's get into some of these game recaps. You want to start us off here?
Yeah, before we do, shout out to Total Sports Enterprises, your Pittsburgh sports memorabilia hub. Whatever you need, Pirates, Penguins, Steelers, they have it. Go to tscshop.com for all of your memorabilia needs. You can go in the description below, click the link, let them know Bucko Banter sent you. And this episode is brought to you by Sports Card Junction. We were at the field all week. It was nice to be back at PNC Park. And to make it even better, you're handing out cards. We had a box of cards that somebody won from trivia. We had a random giveaway. Come find us at the park. All of those cards are provided by Sports Card Junction. You go to sportscardjunction.com or go to the store 9011 Perry Highway for all of your collecting needs. They're the best in Pittsburgh. You should definitely stop by.
Before we get into the game recaps, I want to read off a couple headlines. Okay. We had a couple things happen coming back to the All-Star break. Friday, Pecky was recalled from AAA Indy. Okay. He has not gotten into the game yet, right? I don't think he got into any game action.
He played.
Oh, he did? Okay.
Yep.
Wow. All right. This is how much I've cared this weekend. And right-hand pitcher, Johan Oviedo. This is a guy that I think we'll see in the rotation before the end of the season, especially if some guys get moved like we think. Had his rehab transfer to AA Altoona. He had a good first start there. We'll talk about more about that on tomorrow's Down the Farm episode. And also GMBC, if he's still here, reports suggested that he has had phone calls starting Monday night, so the beginning of the All-Star break, with several teams regarding trades, and he's very active. So I think we're going to have a lot to talk about over the next couple of weeks, like we've been saying, and I don't think that's a big shocker, but stay tuned for any more trade news.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, they lost. Every single one of them. Friday.
And that's over. That's over. It for the game.
Yeah, 20 minutes in, we could wrap this up. I'll fly through this. Friday, lost 10-1. Falter 4 innings, 6 hits, 4 earned, 1 walk, 2 Ks. Gave up 2 bombs. His ERA sits at 4 right now. 100% zone contact rate on the 4-seam. If you look at the chart on Savant, he's just not competing at the top of the zone. Anytime Bailey Falter is not succeeding on bump days, it's just a lot of middle misses and then uncompetitive up in the zone where he usually succeeds. The bullpen, Ashcraft, Ramirez, Cabrera, Matson. Ashcraft gave up 2 earned. Ramirez gave up 4 earned, 2 walks. Cabrera, 1 hit, 1 K. Matson, 1 inning. Offense, not much. He had a double from Reynolds. Cruz, 2 hits. He had his 30th stolen base on the year. 4 Ks, 2 walks, 5 hits, 1 for 10 runners in scoring position, 6 left on base. Scotty, bring us into Saturday.
Saturday, 10-4 loss against the White Sox. They've scored 10 runs 2 games in a row. Mike Burrows looked good, man. I'll tell you what. He looked good through the first 4 innings, 5 innings, 3 hits, 2 earned, 2 walks, 6 Ks. I think he didn't give up a hit until the 4th inning. But 4.70 ERA, now 7 whiffs. Caleb Ferguson, like I mentioned earlier, was probably his worst appearance of the year. A third of an inning pitch, 4 hits, 4 earned. ERA up to 3.57. Matson went a third of an inning as well. 2 hits, 2 earned, 1 walk, 1 K. ERA up to 2.66. Majinski finished the game 3 1/3. 4 hits, 2 earned, 1 walk, 2 Ks. Cruz went 1 for 5 with a triple. Cabrian Hayes 1 for 3 with a double, 2 RBIs. Nicky G 3 for 5 with a double and an RBI. Reynolds 3 for 5 with a double, 13 hits total, 3 for 15 with runners in scoring position. A lot of scattered hits here. 10 left on base, 9 Ks.
And then today, Sunday, versus the White Sox, they lost 7-2. Andrew Heaney just got absolutely torn apart. Starting in the first inning, they immediately jumped on him. I believe it was the second pitch of the game. Meadroth took him for fan interference into right center. Double. Vargas homers shortly after on a 2-0 pitch, right into the bullpens. And then Topman into the Allegheny.
That was crazy. That was crushed.
He
got the Bucko banner bump.
Yeah.
Spoiler there, but he got a Bucko banner bump.
Talked to him this week. He was the 52nd different player to reach the Allegheny River. Only other White Sox since, do you know who?
Ooh, I don't know.
Jim Thome.
Oh,
2006.
I was going to guess some vet, like it was a Ken Griffey or someone like that, but okay. Interesting.
Jim Thome. As the whole line on Heaney, 4 innings, 9 hits, 7 earned, 2 walks, 1 K, gave up 2 bombs. Bullpen consisted of Ramirez, Santana, Bednar. Nothing sadder than hearing Renegade when you're down 7-2 in the 9th.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, cool. Here comes our closer in his entrance, down 7-1. We've gotten 3 hits this game. Cool.
Just brutal. Absolutely brutal. As a team, 11 Ks, 1 walk, 4 hits, 0 for 3 runners in scoring position, 3 left on base. Gonzalez made a couple errors this weekend. He had another one today. And that completes the sweep, the first sweep of the season for the White Sox. Just brutal. We talked about it. Being on over there, you see the difference in clubhouses. And yeah, the White Sox, it looks like they're rallying around some of their vets. They do have some promising young guys. We got a chance to talk to a couple of them. Very cool, but not even remotely close to what we're used to seeing in terms of an uppity clubhouse or a group of guys that are inspired.
Mm-hmm.
Right? This is just a gross matchup all around coming out of the All-Star break. A meaningless matchup of just 2 just bad ball clubs.
Yeah.
And they absolutely destroyed us.
I saw some White Sox fans walking around with brooms today, and I was just like, this is where we are on July 20th.
Yeah.
Pretty sad, but
disgusting. Let's get into the Tigers. Scott, why don't you get us kicked off with the preview?
Yeah, so the Tigers come in 59-40, first in the AL Central. I don't know what they did today, or if this record includes today's game, but they're the opposite of us, 20 games above 500. They're doing really well. Monday, we've got tomorrow, Jack Flaherty versus Paul Skeens. Should be a good one. Jack Flaherty's 5-9 with a 4.65 ERA today, or ERA this year. 102 thirds innings pitched, 19 games started. 124 Ks, and a 124 whip. He throws a four-seam curve and slider, mixes in a change and sinker as well. He's always had a feel for spin. The slider remains a legitimate swing and miss pitch, and improvements to the cutter have helped him neutralize lefties. So he has the two variations of the slider. He's got like a hard cutter and a more sweeping slider. The four seam has average velo, sits around 91 to 93 with some life up in the zone. Effectiveness depends on command and pitch tunneling, can flatten out if elevated without precision. His slider, like I've said, best pitch historically. Sharp, late break with excellent horizontal movement, used as both a chase and strike stealing pitch.
Tuesday, right-handed pitcher Casey Mize versus Mitch Keller, which could potentially be Mitch's last start
at PNC.
At PNC.
Yeah.
This year, Mize 9-3 with a 3.15 ERA and 88 2/3 innings pitched, 16 games, 77 Ks with a 1.22 WHIP. Versus the Pirates this year, he went 6 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned, no walks, 4 Ks, and a 7-3 Detroit W. The arsenal was a four-seam split, slurve, slider, and a sinker, plus command and pitchability, sequencing, and advanced feel for pitching. His four-seam sits in the mid-90s with decent life up in the zone. Command can be inconsistent, but he's capable of spotting it both sides of the plate when dialed in. The splitter is the signature pitch and one of the best splitters in baseball when it's on. Generates late vertical drop and swing and miss potential, especially against left-handed hitters, which will bring us to Sunday, Scott.
Sunday, we've got Reese Olson versus Bailey Falter. Reese Olson was 4-3 with a 2.71 ERA this year. 63 innings pitched, 12 games started, 61 Ks and a 119 WHIP. Throws a sinker, change, slider, four seam, and curve. Command and pitchability give him a high floor, while his slider changeup combo offers swing and miss potential. His four seam solid velo with ride up in the zone, not overpowering, but he locates it well and it sets up his secondaries effectively. His slider is his go-to swing and miss pitch, tight horizontal break, and tunnel well off his fastball, effective against both lefties and righties. This is a very solid mid-rotation arm. This is gonna be a tough week, man. I mean, we just faced Jonathan Cannon, Aaron Savale, and I forget who pitched yesterday, who started for the White Sox. But this is a much better staff.
Who cares?
Who cares? Exactly. I tweeted today. I was like, Aaron Savale, known pirate killer, and someone said opposing pitcher, known pirate killer.
I saw that. That was
fair
good.
enough.
That was a good response.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So, it's always going to be a tough matchup here for this offense, but nice to see the Tigers in town. Some good baseball. A solid team we get to watch, and we'll be at the ballpark. Monday and Tuesday?
Monday and Tuesday, yes. And just shout out to Sterling, Sam, Jack, the whole Pirates video team, social media. Give credit where credit's due. They killed it with the Mac Miller stuff.
Oh my God.
Right. And this has been in the work for months and months, and behind the scenes. I got a little cameo on the scoreboard, scared the shit out of me.
I was like, what?
It played multiple times, apparently. I'm asking him to send me the clip because I need to see it. I couldn't hear it. But you see how much that means to the people of Pittsburgh. And put it this way, the people of Pittsburgh are very passionate. We love people from Pittsburgh that represent the city. We love our sports teams. Pirates fans love the Pirates. They're going to continue to love the Pirates. But just like anything, when things go bad, you get emotional, you get frustrated, and that love can turn sour real quick. It doesn't mean that they're going to leave. They're still going to show up, but they're going to let you know about it. And that's what you had this weekend. Okay. It's a good example of how passionate Pirates fans can be and what it could be on just a normal day at the park if you put a little bit of effort into this franchise.
Yeah.
And again, props to them for making something out of nothing for this weekend, from the chalk art to the music to the bobbleheads to just the scenes from around the park. Very well done. Let's play the Detroit Tigers this week.
Detroit.
And then we got the Diamondbacks coming in on the weekend. Eugenio Suarez has hit 5 multi-hit home run games in the last 5. He's tearing the cover off the ball.
I'm excited for the Diamondbacks next weekend. Yeah, that's going to be a fun series. they're another team that could be moving a lot of pieces. And that could be a trade candidate for us. They're looking for controllable arms. Could we swap a Mitch Keller for a Jordan Lawler? Is that something that's plausible?
I don't know. We should have Noah on the show to talk trades.
We'll do a trade deadline special before July 31st at some point. So
absolutely. Well, thank you for listening. You guys are all sick in the head. We love you. If you don't already, make sure you go over to YouTube, subscribe, like, leave a comment, tell a friend to tell a friend. Let us know what content you want to see on the field, off the field. And then make sure you go to the social medias, like, follow, share the videos. If you're listening, thank you. We love you. Download the episodes so you know when they're coming out. Leave a 5-star review. That helps us out a ton as we continue to try and grow and bring you the best content possible. And until next time, and for the first time this weekend, raise it.
Raise it.
Best seats at the Pirates game, they let me run the base. Yeah, my time is like my money, cause I can't afford to waste. Wifey is a lawyer, take my date to my dates, or the steak by the plates. And